So Blake Lively believes she's doing the right thing. Apparently, according to People, she has no regrets.
Blake Lively's polished persona is crumbling fast. The Hollywood Reporter just detonated a truth bomb about her on-set antics, and let's just say, the flawless facade was always one crack away from collapse. Her fall. Less sabotage.
And Blake Lively went to the New York Times, and the New York Times wrote this sympathetic poor Blake Lively story. Oh, we were all wrong about her and her weird PR. She's actually a good person and a Me Too victim.
And I wonder why, like, narcissistic women, they do this. It just seems as though, I'm thinking, because it's something they can control, like they can control, like, the cooking and the ingredients is something they have agency over.
How manipulative she's been. How she's trying to rewrite the history of it all.
Lively is not a good person, that she has proven herself not to be a kind person, okay? And that's largely due to the fact that she is a modern feminist, and so she has to create struggle where there just isn't any.
He hired the lawyer who represented me in my fight with NBC News, which ended well. His name is Brian Friedman, and he's a legal genius. Highly recommend if you ever, God forbid. And Brian Friedman knows how to fight back against a bully.
I've heard that Blake is devastated, which she should be.
That meticulously managed image. Yeah, it's not just cracking, it's splitting wide open, and the seams are...
She said apparently last week that she regretted that she started this whole feud against Justin Baldoni, that they did actually start working on that article already in October, I think. If we are to trust the metadata that some amazing internet sleuth found and saw that that article was actually, they started working on it back in October. So this makes absolutely no sense to me because the reason why Blake Lively filed this lawsuit was to clean up her own reputation. Now she's kind of saying that, oh, she's doing it for all the other victims out there because that's so important to her. She, meaning Blake, knew there would be backlash, and she prepared herself for how mentally and emotionally difficult it could be.
So negative press swirled around her during this whole, like a month, right? Later, she would describe this as though it was the pile-on against Trump. Honestly, it's like most of us, especially in Republican politics or the news, this is called Tuesday for us.
And for you to do the opposite and just imply, again, more toxic crap and negativity about everything this man does must have been to seek pleasure. I mean, you were so full of yourself.
They instantly started spinning. I believe that they are going to be able to prove in court that this was personal. Ryan Reynolds versus Justin Baldoni, all of the evidence points to that.
And the next moment, she's like, oh no, she's doing this she's carrying this burden for all the other victims out there.
Blake's reign in Hollywood is officially on fire, and not in the glamorous way. Forget the red carpets and airbrushed Instagram grids. This is the raw, unfiltered chaos of a star spiraling. And yes, it's as
women out there that are watching, no matter what you do in life, you never, ever, ever go full Amber Heard. The conclusion here, I have said this since before, long before this ever broke out between her and Justin Baldoni. Blake Lively is not a good person.
He told us that Justin Baldoni claims she tried to take over his movie because she has a history of saying, okay, I'll be the star, but what I secretly want to do is direct it and edit it and produce it. I want all the roles for me and only me. I want full control because I am a controlling bully.
On Blake Lively's claims that she was allegedly harassed by this guy when they shot the movie, It Ends With Us, a film about domestic violence.
People magazine, everything there used to be so pro Blake Lively, and I think they had someone probably sitting there going through them and deleting the ones that were negative.
her outcry over the infamous cartoon. Critics aren't buying it. They're calling it a smokescreen, less about sexism, more about distracting from the real issue. Her alleged on-set micromanagement during It Ends With.
So kudos to this guy, Adam. I hope we can get more with him. I hope he does show up more and gets this under oath. So look, this all just goes to show how unprepared and unresearched Blake Lively was. It's incredibly frustrating that she just thinks she can just cut all these people off and accuse them of all this stuff and then play victim.
All hell broke loose. She claims he sexual harassed her and then By the time they premiered the movie, they weren't even speaking to each other. She made him stay in the basement, and Ryan Reynolds turned on him too. And then she claimed that he unleashed a bad PR campaign against her.
Her on Daily Mail, where she looked sad. She was at this horse event, I think, for her daughter, and she looked kind of sad. I don't know if that was a reason that people started saying that she regretted this whole feud because it was coming from some sources, but now People magazine is saying she does not regret.
Everyone in this room, because you're here, I know this about you, you've been gaslit to high heaven every time you've picked up a newspaper in the United States. So she says he's been harassing her, and they bring in some team, and he says, whatever you want, I will do it or not do it. You tell me.
We're talking next level control, directors white-knuckling stress balls, co-stars secretly texting their agents, begging to be airlifted from the...
So negative press swirled around her during this whole, like a month, right? Later, she would describe this as though it was the pile-on against Trump. Honestly, it's like most of us, especially in Republican politics or the news, this is called Tuesday for us.
Enter Justin Baldoni, Blake's co-star and now co-combatant. Her team paints him as the circus master of a chaotic set, but the tent is shaking and the clowns aren't where you think they are.
I'm going to give you a little background on it, and then you will be obsessed with it. And I'll tell you, there's a reason why conservatives in particular are following this so closely. It makes sense to me. All right, so you know who Blake Lively is, right?
Justin. He's not here for the drama. He's here with evidence, and it's not looking cute for Blake.
People magazine is saying she does not regret starting this feud.
Yeah, I think we've noticed over the past couple of weeks even there have been a few clips that have come out of the woodwork essentially about Ryan that sleuths have found with some kind of problematic moments. And then there's also been the whole kid pool controversy, which definitely doesn't make him look great either.
This guy is not staying quiet because he was dragged into it unnecessarily because once again, Blake lied and her delusions have caught up to her, and now he wants to clear the air on what's really going on, at least from his perspective. And then he also is trained at Oxford. He's a Shakespearean trained actor. He's been in many productions, and I believe he is a very accomplished actor in his own right. But
for you to do the opposite and just imply, again, more toxic crap and negativity about everything this man does must have been to seek pleasure. I mean, you were so full of yourself, and this guy should sue her in a way.
It's just deranged. It's nonsensical. Like, fire the whole PR team. It's dumb.
And then Justin Baldoni did something very smart. He hired the lawyer who represented me in my fight with NBC News, which ended well.
His receipts make Blake's story wobblier than a Jenga tower in an earthquake. One nudge and it all comes crashing.
When we see the truth, or some of these, at least Baldoni's truth, we see the other side of it, and that, at least according to him, and many people believe this, that she was the aggressor pretending to be the victim.
Justin's camp even hit back with accusations of cultural insensitivity, especially regarding his Baha'i faith. While Blake's team clutches pearls and cries foul, Justin's side calmly exposes the contradictions. This isn't just a feud, it's a full-on PR courtroom showdown.
It's funny how she goes back and forth a lot, and how she is like so happy and so like she doesn't care in photos, going on red carpets on SNL, baking donuts, and then the next moment it's like, oh, she's sad and she regrets things, and then the next moment she's like, oh no, she's carrying this burden for all the other victims out there.
Blake's painted herself as a fearless feminist warrior, calling out toxic environments and sexism. Noble, sure, but the details don't add up.
That the actress, who is mom of daughter James and Inez and Betty, plus son Olin, with husband Ryan Reynolds, has her children's best interests prioritized through the legal process.
Justin's response: surgical. Emails, texts, eyewitness accounts. He brought the kind of detailed defense that would make a seasoned lawyer weep with envy.
It's wild how she is tripling down and continuing to try to paint herself as a victim, as now the actual witnesses are coming forward and be like, no, nice try, girl. Not anymore. I can't sit back in silence. I got to defend Justin, and I got to defend myself.
She has, you could say, established her brand as someone who is anti-abuse. I think it's really important to now stake a horse in this race and say, I obviously was completely manipulated. And
Mr. Reynolds was a key player in the scheme, defaming Justin around Hollywood, strong-arming WME, their agency, into dropping Justin as a client and trying to destroy Justin's career however possible.
Actor Adam Monsheen, who appeared alongside Blake Lively in It Ends With Us, claims the movie star mischaracterized their scene together in her bombshell sexual harassment lawsuit against Justin Baldoni.